You are looking at my notebook drawer. Look at them all in there, just waiting to be picked up and used. You can see on the top here, I have a file cabinet that I've used for years. And it has always been stocked with files, newsprint, mostly paper clippings and things that I've used over the years for research in my stories and articles. And last year, probably about 13 months ago now, I've had notebooks all over my house, on my bookshelves and in my closet and in my drawers. And I thought, you know what? I'm no longer using these new clippings because I'm getting most of my research online digitally, or they're so outdated they don't count for much anyhow. I cleaned out all these files and I turned it into my notebook drawer. One of the things that I've loved about this, which I know you'll understand, other people are like, okay, great. But you guys will get it. And that is that I don't always know what notebook I'm going to need for my morning pages, for my parking notebook that stays on my desk to jot notes as a brain dump. I'm not sure exactly what I want to put in my Traveler's Notebook, if I want to go with Traveler's Co. or Sterling Ink or something else. And over the years, I've collected notebooks for a few reasons. One, I can't seem to turn away from a good notebook. Two is many are gifted to me, which is awesome. It's my favorite present because I can use it, right? I'm going to put it to work for work and in my personal life. And I do morning pages and I do interviews for work and I do research and all of that stuff goes in a notebook before I transfer it onto the screen. So to have a place where I can collect all these, then it's like going shopping in my own home. And I love when it's a new notebook day for morning pages or for something else, and I can come and see which one speaks to me. Now, I have a beautiful one from my daughter from Peter Popper Press, and it's gorgeous. The paper in this thing is awesome. Smooth as silk. It feels great on my hand. It feels great on under the fountain pen. The ink shows up great. And I used to be really precious about my notebooks. And then I decided that if not now, when? We deserve to elevate our experience. We deserve to take care of ourselves and enjoy the things that make us feel good. And notebooks and pens and paper make me feel good. They help me feel grounded. And I don't want to have things just sitting around my house. I'm minimal in the sense that I don't buy a lot of stuff and I want to use what I have. But more importantly, I really want to enjoy the process of notebooking, of taking notes, of using them both practically and personally to capture my ideas and to connect to the world and to engage in the world. When I write things down, I really experience it a different way. And so a beautiful notebook only elevates that process. Having said that, I'm also super utilitarian and practical. These notebooks, you see I have a Yamamoto paper one here. Have you seen these? Robiki Note? It's so thin. It's quite a bit thinner than a Traveler's standard size regular notebook, as you can see there. I'll be curious about this. This was gifted to me. I think I got it in a Christmas stocking. Haven't pulled it open yet, but I'm curious about that. And so the Traveler's notebooks, the Sterling Ink notebooks, B6 size is one of my favorites from Sterling Ink. Those occupy a different place in my life, right? These will be the things, sometimes I'll use them for morning pages, but these are also the things that I really scribble on and I really get deep into my ideas. The morning pages are more stream of consciousness, grounding me for the day. I'll do my gratitude list in there sometimes. But the morning pages is kind of a dump before I start my day. These are the workhorses, these B6, the standard size Travelers Company notebook and other notebooks. You see I have a Me Plus over here, which has really turned my notebook life upside down in the best possible way. And so it depends on the mood, it depends on the project, it depends on what I want the notebook to do when I come pick one out of the store. This is one of my favorites. I had another one like this. It's called the Jur More. And I got this particular one on Amazon, and they don't have any more there, so I'm on a hunt. If you've seen these, let me know. It's a standard size notebook, hardback, really nice soft cover. I mean, it's a hard cover, but it's got a nice feel to it. And the paper is fab. The ink shows up great. You can really draw the shading on this. It's 160 GSM. It's dot grid. I generally don't. In the past, I've used mostly quad rule paper, but I'm moving more to dot grid because sometimes it's a little easier to get in the form factor that I want for the notebook, and I'm loving it. I really like that. And this is another one that I have in my drawer. GLP Creations, the author. This has Tomoe River paper in it. I love writing in this thing. It's got a nice textured feel, full leather, but it's just a good size. You can see it's not too thick. It's got an index on the back if you want to use it for that. I keep an index in the front. 192 numbered pages, 68 GSM Tomoe River, fountain pen friendly, but I like the size of it. It's not too big. I can finish one of these notebooks, which is always satisfying, right? To finish a notebook, and it allows me to shop for another one from my drawer. So that's always an exciting day. But it feels good in the hand, and I like to write in it. I've used this for morning pages and book projects too, that I keep in my book notebooks. Each book I write, they get their own special notebook. And I talk about that in my book video a couple weeks ago. But this is GLP author is great. I have some that have been gifted to me. The Microspark that I haven't opened yet. This is another Sterling ink. Now I'm a huge fan of Sterling ink with fountain pens in my traveler's notebook and their B6 size. I really like. The challenge this year with Sterling ink for me has been that the pages bleed a little bit. The ink is bleeding on the pages a little more than in the past that I recognize. And also in my notebook drawer, I have postcards and note cards and thank you notes. I am on a mission to postcard that I carry too. I send out with my books when I sign them. And you can see on the left side, I've got loose leaf paper that I just put in files there. Old letterhead, things I can recycle and use, cool textures I like to play with, and good paper that I don't want to get rid of. And we use those everywhere from printing tests and ink testing, grocery lists, and everything else. But this year, I've taken it on myself to write more by hand and write more handwritten letters. So I got a bunch of postcards, and when I'm feeling in the mood, which I really work on once or twice a month or more, I send out a note to somebody I'm thinking about, somebody who might need a dose of encouragement, or maybe they're doing great, but I just want them to know I'm thinking about them. And so those also go in the drawer. Every time I'm ready for a notebook or time to get to work on a postcard, I will pull a notebook out and get to work. And I love having this in front of me. Now in the top drawer, one day we'll take a field trip to the ink drawer. I have my ink, my gel pens, ballpoint refills, and I'm getting ready to do some spring inking. So I have my pen box out, spring inking of some of my fountain pens. So I will be in this drawer later today, pulling out some of my inks, including Irishizuku, and getting to work to see what kind of spring colors and pens I'm going to work with. But for now, that's it. The grand tour of my notebook drawer, and it gets me excited just talking about it. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you back here.